Well, hello, friends. I'm David Voth, and it's a beautiful day in Texas. Hope you're all having a wonderful day where you are. I'm sitting out here in my backyard. Everything's green. Um, I was thinking um, about an example I wanted to give you guys. Let's say that we bought this house, and it was all fixed up, furnished, clean, no dust anywhere. The bed was made. Wow, it was nice, linen in the closets, and all the clothes were folded and put away in the drawers, and we had food in the refrigerator, and it was all set up for us. The yard was all manicured and groomed, and it was just nice, beautiful. So we started living in this house and enjoying all the amenities, watching cable TV, And after about a week, we started noticing that the grass was getting high, And, food was running out in the fridge, and bed wasn't made, and there's dirt, tracked in through the house, and things all cluttered in the kitchen, and it wasn't such a great place anymore. And I was like, what the heck? Some demon come in here? What's going on? This is an awful world. I thought this was a good world, right? Everything was provided for us. But now I'm looking around and it's like, man, I ain't got no food. I mean, where they want us to starve? It's so cluttered, I can't sit down in the living room, right? And can't get through the backyard for the weeds. And, well, most of you by this point probably would say, well, pretty silly. Of course, you've got to get out there and mow the grass and go to the store and buy groceries. Maybe you have to get a job and pay for those groceries. But you see, we don't take responsibility for ourselves. It's kind of like that here in the world. I mean, our Father in heaven created a beautiful world, but He didn't make little robots. He made humans. It's our world, and we're supposed to take care of it. We wake up in the morning and we got to keep things organized and build things for ourselves, create, organize, clean, keep it the way we like. Takes work to maintain relationships. But here's what happened. We started living in this world's beautiful paradise, and pretty soon, instead of feeding the animals and manicuring the trees and planting more fruit trees and making flowers everywhere and just sort of making a beautiful place to live, we decided, hey, let's get a rock, knock that animal in the head, we'll eat him. It's easier, right? And we don't have to plant or grow anything. There's just animals running around, we'll just eat the animals, we'll knock them in the head. Well, that worked out pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. Didn't like it at first. We had to cook it and put a little salt on it, But we, we liked it so much that started getting addicted, to that stuff. So we had to find a way to kind of hard to run them down. They started getting scared and running from us, so we couldn't catch them. So we had to get some way to kill them on the run. So we found out we could take sticks, string them with some kind of twine or something, and we developed a way to make flint into arrowheads so we could shoot those deer on the run as they're running away from us. Darn animals started getting scared of us, right? And as time went on, ran out of deer and elk and buffalo and stuff in the area. So we had to go over to the neighbors and kill all their buffalo and deer. Well, that started a war. They didn't like it. So now we got wars going on. And we can't lose that, right? We might come in there and take our children, our wives. So what we did is we started taking some of their people, making them slaves. Because we don't want to do all this work. So we get some slaves, have them work the ground, and dig out some of that ore down there, make iron implements. We could make shovels and better guns where we could shoot them way over there, right? And better, that way we could kill people as well, so we didn't get taken over in some sort of coup, right? We dug the ground down and smelted the iron into implements of all kinds of guns and weapons, and built bigger houses, and in order to maintain that luxury, we had to have slaves. So pretty soon, some of the habitat got a little worse for the wear. We didn't worry about growing fruit anymore, so we just let that go to seed. And the snakes kind of started coming in, and the bugs, and dead bodies laying around, the flies and maggots, and and then we look around and say, man, this world's mean. This is awful. There's war and corruption, and then we started, thinking, hey, let's hire preachers to go in there and tell those people are going to hell, right? If they don't do what we say, and we'll convince them that with propaganda, see, that they've got to do all these things. They can't kill us because then they'd go to hell, right? And that way, we're the only ones that get to steal. We're the only ones that get to rob and pillage, and we can have these big monopolies and rule over the little people, right? So a little group of people began to, like a little mafia group, began to teach a bunch of propaganda, monopolize all the weapons, and create something called law and government, whereby everybody was forced to be controlled by our beliefs and thoughts, which were just a way to control them so we could rule over them. This is basically what our world is. Everything you've ever been told is a lie. It's not because really of the devil. It's really because human beings didn't want to clean house and wash the dishes and make the bed. So we found another way. We found a way to make other people do it for us. Well, in the process, we've destroyed our world. We don't plant gardens and fruit trees, and therefore we don't eat right and we die young. We kill all the animals. There's no paradise out there because we're not making paradise. We're not, growing things. We're just killing the animals. Got to a point where there weren't enough animals to kill, so we had to start raising them. That's all right. We got slaves. They'll raise them for us. We herd them up into pens, right? The animals got diseased because they're all living in little spaces, and they're not drinking out of cool, clear brooks. They're not happy. They're pooping all over the place and standing in their own urine and poop, drinking their own urine. They're not growing fast enough. They're not fattening up fast enough. We don't even have any agriculture to do that. So we just feed them some garbage that, is easier to do. Put poison all over the ground, pesticides, because we don't want to go out there and actually, watch the food and water it ourselves. We want to do some huge sort of industrial planting, right? So that we can have more food, so we can have more animals. And yeah, it's just a big mess. But ain't nobody's fault but us. And so, on a personal level, I think we can learn a lesson. If you want to be happy, you've got to stop, organize your life, maintain your relationships, love one another, plant a garden, eat right. You'll live longer, you'll be healthier, you'll feel better. You'll feel better emotionally when you keep your house clean and you organize things. You build things for yourself. You do things for yourself. You don't work for others. And yeah, that's the way to go. So I just thought I'd run that by you guys. I think it's a pretty good illustration of what's gone on here, what's happening, what's going on in the world. So I don't know. That's kind of the way I see it. I'll let you go, guys, and you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.